Hey, my love story with the Vaporfly series starts here, with the first Vaporfly. Now this was the first race day shoe I ever bought. I love this. I skipped the version 2 and got myself the 3. Now this changed a lot. This was the best race day shoe I ever had at the time. I even got 2. Now this one was the colorway, love it. So when they released the 4 and the guys at Sports Direct decided, hey, let's send this guy a pair for review, game over. Game over. Vaporfly 4, I'm about to give you my first impressions of this shoe. Now, what better way to give you first impressions than to take you on a 2-hour long run as I get ready for Boston and London Marathon. My name is Aubrey and I review running shoes and I love doing so. More recently, I became a Sports Direct ambassador. There's going to be more on that in another video. But just know, in terms of disclosures, that's how I managed to get my hands on these shoes. They've also sent me the Streak Fly too. I've got an interval session coming up in the week as I taper. But for now, just know, Nike didn't send these shoes, Sports Direct did. I'm going to direct you to where you can buy these shoes if you want to. It's just part of me being an ambassador for them. And that will allow me to have access to shoes to review for you guys. And I'm excited about that. Hey, I brought you closer for this disclosure. The link in the description not only takes you to the shoe if you want to buy it, but if you do, I get a commission and you support my channel. The question is this: Aubrey, are you just going to say all these nice things so we can buy the shoe so you get a commission? Far from it. The relationship between me and Sports Direct has been built on integrity. So much so that I will start these reviews with the things that I think could have been done better in these shoes. I've got 3 things. Number 1, the lacing. Now these laces, a lot of people actually prefer these. For me, I prefer the lacing in the version 3. They had those ribbed edges. Now, if you tie the laces of the version 3, to undo them, you have to go get your wife or your husband, your grandparents, the ancestors, just to undo those. Those things don't come undone. The version 3, so breathable, it feels like somebody left the doors, the windows, the roof open in your house and all the air is just having a field day. They've changed that in the version 4. Don't get me wrong. This is still plenty breathable, very breathable. When I look at the Vaporfly 1, you see this padding that's inside here? That padding is the same in the Vaporfly 3. It's the same in the Vaporfly 4, but for the first time, I had a little bit of heel slip. Not a showstopper. I simply had to get down and serious about these laces, and once I did that, got going. Nothing to complain about. But I thought I would highlight those 3 things, because everything else I'm going to talk about from here are very good reasons why you should consider. I'm not saying go buy it. I'm saying consider the Vaporfly 4. The 3 things that you need to know. Now this section are just 3 factual things, not my opinion, just things that you should know. Let's start with the weight. Now, this is absolute wizardry. I don't know how they do this. This is the lightest shoe I've ever owned. In a 9.5 UK, it came in at 187 grams. Almost like Nike did a collaboration with Harry Potter, cast a spell, witchcraft. 187 grams. Oh yeah. Here's the funny bit. If you buy this shoe from Nike, it's 234 pounds, I want to say. 235. Somewhere there. I'll put it here. Boom. That's Nike. I don't go Sports Direct. What you doing? Bang. 199. Well, let's just say 200 pounds. I'm just saying. That's not even me being an ambassador. Remember, I'm just trying to provide value. All right, let's talk about the stack height, which is 35 millimeters. Here, 29. It's a 6 millimeter drop. Like I normally do it, let's just have a conversation. Plain English, just a chat. And we're going to talk from the top, working our way down. Do you know, I took a break from doing running shoe reviews. I feel great to be back. And I feel great for having taken a break. I'm enjoying it.
15K, 6 minutes, 2 seconds. I'm telling you, I feel great. Now, don't get it confused. I'm not saying it's because of the Vaporfly 4. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I've been training and it's starting to show. But it helps having a Vaporfly 4. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh man, 17K, 555 per K pace on that hill towards the end of the workout. I'm telling you, I feel great. I feel great. 18K, and we're still getting faster. 551 per K pace. 551. I feel great. Again, I'm not saying it's the Vaporfly 4 because I've been training hard, but yo, it's a big plus. It's a big plus. Listen, it's a big plus. All right, let's carry on. Hey, just look at the pace. 530, what? I think 537 per K pace. All right, we've got just over 2 minutes. We're gonna even get faster. Let's go. We always have to do the last rep as the fastest. Let's go.
It's the fact that when my legs got heavy, the shoe disappears. That part, not a lot of reviews are talking about. When my legs got heavy, this shoe was not a factor. That is a hallmark for an amazing running shoe. Anyway, let's start with the heel. So you're gonna see the first thing, boom, at the back here, it's quite well structured. Normally race day shoes can get a bit floppy, but the Vaporfly series have always kept very good structure at the back. That's gonna hold you in. Just that thing I talked about. There is ample padding in the inside, but I did have a little bit of heel slip that required me to then tie it down. The old Vaporfly 3 had the laces going in all sorts of directions, trying to pull the Usain Bolt. Whereas this one, the laces adjust, boom, in the middle of the shoe. The other thing that you're gonna see, now I always say, guys, just put holes in the upper, reinforce those holes to make the lacing system in terms of the eyelets. They did do that in the Vaporfly 3, but they've made it better. The eyelets are much more reinforced. That is what I'm talking about. Now, you know me, I always bang on about tongues being gusseted. Nike, bro, gusset this thing next time, bro. Gusset it. Here is the one, not gusseted. I don't know about the 2. I've never ran in the 2, but the 3 was never gusseted, and they've maintained that. I would have loved to see it gusseted. If it was, though, it wouldn't have been 187 grams. What do I prefer? Being that light or gusseted? I'd prefer to have it gusseted. That's just me. At the top of the tongue, where you tie it down, so not everywhere else, but where you tie that down, it's a bit more padded than the rest of the tongue. And that is actually intentional. All right, let's talk about the upper. I comment on 2 things. The performance of the upper and the breathability. I feel like the version 3 was much more breathable, but in terms of the performance, is it true to size? Yes, it is. I wear a 9.5 UK. I'm not changing that. My 2-hour long run felt perfect. And in terms of the aesthetic, the Vaporfly shoe, in my opinion, is always one of the best looking shoes there is. Done. Period. Race day shoes, the heart of them is in the midsole. Let's talk about it. It's Zoom X. The Zoom X in here. There's Zoom X in here, but there's also Zoom X in like the Invincible 3, which is more a max cushion shoe. So how do we know that this is going to perform better? Well, there is, if you turn it on the underside, see that? There is a carbon plate. Now that carbon plate runs the length of the shoe and swoops at the front of the shoe. What that does is it gives you a propulsion and it springs you forward. If you've run in a carbon plated shoe before, you will know that. My reviews are for everyone, even the people that be like, what? It's got what in it? It's got metal. That's a carbon plate in there to kind of propel you forward. Now, I've tried a lot of race day shoes. This one, I don't know if you can go wrong with this shoe. I don't know. Because the way I felt in it at the end of a 2-hour run, when I got to 15K, I had 5K left. I'm gonna try and get faster each time. Let's talk about the outsole. Let's turn the shoe over and talk about the outsole. Nike has kept it uniform. Let me show you the Vaporfly one. There, boom, you see rubber, 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 done, done. It's all at the front And then here you're going to see that there is some rubber to cover that. And those are the key landing zones. You will also see I ran in different types of terrain. I was on grass, I was on gravel, I was on the pavement, I was on trails, on the shoe. Honestly, nothing to talk about. I don't have anything special to say about this outsole apart from it just does what it does. Who is this shoe for? This shoe is not for everyone. This shoe is not for that person that just started running. I'm going to do a separate video with Sports Direct giving you a shoe guide in terms of what shoe you should be using if you're just starting running. This is not that shoe, okay? This shoe is for if you've been doing your running and you're now starting to try to get faster. Race day is coming up, your 5K, your 10K, your half marathon, your marathon's coming up. You want something to propel you forward. This is what this is. An example is this long run you just see me do. Listen, I've done reviews on the Vaporfly 3, on the Zoom Fly 6. I've done Nike Invincible 3. They're all going to pop up. Choose one. Let's just carry on doing these shoe reviews. Next up, I'm going to have a comparison between the Nike Vaporfly 3 and the one that just come out we've just talked about, the 4. I'll see you in a bit.